My name is Ryan Coles, and this is the Whited Upper TV Music Month in May Marathon. That is quite a mouthful. With me here I have Lisa Jimmieson, who has just finished a fantastic set. A fantastic set, Lisa. It was tremendous. How did you feel about your performance?
I'm quite relieved. This has got great sound in here, so that's a buzz. Let me tell you.
Tremendous. So I see you're playing with a Martin guitar, a very nice Martin guitar, by the way.
It is a nice Martin guitar. Yes.
You've got it paired with a nice Ibanez amp, but I was interested as to what pedal you were using because it had a few very interesting sounds on it.
It is quite an interesting one.
Could you shed some light on that for me?
And right. Thank goodness I looked up all the techie before this interview. No,
good, yeah.
It's an Alesis. I think I pronounced that correctly.
I don't think they'll get offended.
And yes, it's got a great selection. Don't ask me how many, but a lot of different sounds. So traditionally, I'm sort of 48 hours ago figuring out what I'm going to select.
Well, you did really well with it from 48 hours ago.
Thank you.
I was very pleased with your performance. Pleased.
Oh, thank you.
Impressed
Thank you.
more than anything else.
Well, I hope to please. I don't want to offend,
Fantastic. It's always a good way to be. Now, straight into the deep end. Where do you draw your lyrical inspiration from? Because there were some very, very hard-hitting words in there that I found to be quite interesting to listen to. So I was wondering where you draw your lyrical inspiration from.
Sure. Thank you, because I've always considered myself pretty, nursery rhyme sort of storytelling, songwriting, but nothing's too cryptic. That's for sure. But the general love affair, hate, love. Usually when something is a bit traumatic, it sort of inspires me to write it down, like therapy.
Sort of that roller coaster of life, natural process kind of thing?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed hearing the lyrics of your songs. It was touching and hard-hitting at the same time. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thanks.
I would also like to ask you where you draw your musical inspiration from, because you can hear different bits and pieces, not emulation as such, but inspiration. When you listen to someone and you go, hey, I bet they listen to that person,
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
who is it that you listen to draw inspiration from?
Well, I grew up listening to my mother's and father's Cleo Lane and Roberta Flack and Manhattan Transfer, a lot of show tunes, Gordon Lightfoot, Roger Whittaker,
awesome.
A New Zealand band, The Waves.
Tremendous.
Know every word. Actually, a real eclectic. Seals and Crofts were, I love them. I know every word to every album. Yep. Bob Marley.
Tremendous.
It just, yeah, I can't put it into a...
Oh, you can never formulate it into a sort of set or a genre, but it's always what takes your fancy when you listen to it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I think it's something it's got to have soul.
It does have to have soul.
It's got to have a bit of soul. You've got to be able to feel it. And that's really what, Anita Baker, anyone, Aretha Franklin, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Rita, what's her name? Yeah. And plus I love jazz. Yeah. Love jazz and have just been for the last 4 years up in Auckland playing with a jazz band, doing your standards, your autumn leaves, your summer times, your paper moons, all of that stuff, and some more of your modern stuff too, But yeah, love the jazz feel.
Cool. Oh, that's very interesting.
Which I think might be obvious.
So you've obviously played a few shows then?
Yes.
Over the course of being a musician, you've played a few shows, yes?
I have.
Do you have any favourite places to play?
Favourite places, well, everywhere. Every new place you turn up has got to be a favourite, you know. I mean, you can play at some high-end places and not get a great crowd, whereas you can play in the arsehole end of nowhere and get a great crowd. So, you know, favourite is when the people that have come to see you really enjoyed themselves.
That's awesome.
That's my favourite gigs.
Yeah, and that's the best way to be.
I had the honour of opening for Anika Moa and Pluto at the Coral Glen in Coromandel.
Awesome.
I'd won a songwriting contest, so that was my sort of prize, and that was pretty neat, you know. Except Pluto didn't want to know who I was.
Fair enough.
But you know, maybe that's what happens when you get that famous.
Yeah. It's always important to stay humble, though, of course.
Hey, you know, music is universal. It's the one thing, apart from the air we breathe, that links us together.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever, wherever you go, you know. And we should be supportive and, you know, irrespective of where you sit, rusty, amateur, professional. You know, it's all about bringing out and supporting instead of being, as I call it, sticky. Like you just don't want to be complimentary to somebody because, hey, they might be better than me. To me, I love being around people that are better than me because it rubs off. I'm hoping it'll rub off. It'll inspire me. It'll encourage me to step up and do better. Or that's my philosophy anyway. And there should be more of it. And this opportunity now is a really great.
Speaking to the mic.
Sorry. Is a great platform for that, you know, and hopefully I'm hoping that through doing this that people will know I'm in town and looking for a guitarist.
That was actually going to be my next question. Do you prefer playing solo, or would you be keen on starting a band or a project of some description?
Yes. I've been knocking around with a bass player and a drummer. Awesome. Just, you know, early days, looking for, you know, but that's for a sort of a cover band side of things, you know, to go out and whatever, have a bit of an earn. For sure, my heart lies in original music, and that's what I'd like to acquire. Other fellow musicians who want to learn what I do, and I can learn what they do, and we can collaborate together and make magic.
Sounds good. So what do you do?
Are you free? No, it's all right. It's okay. I know you got your thing. We do great music together, darling. Imagine it.
Fantastic. Yes. Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to getting together for a jam. That'd be tremendous.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do some for you.
I'm quite loud. Quite loud. Sometimes in key, which is always a plus.
It's fine.
So what do you do when you're not weaving your soulful magic?
I play with clay.
Play with clay?
I play with clay.
Well, that's very interesting. How do you play with clay?
I mould it and sculpt it and create unique original vessels and wall sculpture.
That's got to be the most interesting answer I've heard so far today.
Well,
yeah, I'm a brickie.
And when I'm not doing that, I'm doing housework, and painting ceilings, and you know. But yes, that's my other. I am the quintessential artiste.
Nice.
Both of them never give me any money, but hey, you know.
Starving artist. Always starving artist.
Yeah.
Perhaps one day though, right? Perhaps one day.
Yeah, well, one foot in front of the other, chip away.
So, have you been watching the other acts so far today?
I have.
Whited Upper Television.
Yes, I certainly have.
Tremendous. Have you enjoyed the acts
I have enjoyed them wonderfully. They just, I was really nervous to come down here, I have to say. And then following on from the Holy Loner, who's got this amazing sound, and listening to you guys, and who else have I listened to? Honey Tea, first up.
The Honey Tea Trio, was it?
and whoever I've else forgotten, but it's been really inspirational. It's been really neat to know that there's other people out there who are just as passionate.
Very cool. Right, well, it has been lovely talking to you, Lisa.
My pleasure.
Do you have anything online or anything like that that people can check out, a Facebook page or anything like that?
Yeah, I've got Ella J Art. Ella J is my name, which is my initials, which is L, Lisa, R, Robin, J, Jimmieson.
Tremendous.
Ella J, and Ella J Art on Facebook.
Cool. Well, I'm sure our viewers will be keen to look that up, considering
Yes.
most of them have their phones and Facebook handy.
That's right. Thank you. Come and give me a like.
Tremendous,
I can always appreciate that.
It's been absolutely amazing talking to you, Lisa, and a fantastic performance as well. Next up, we have Mr. Mike Rigg. Very looking forward to Mike's set. And you are watching the Whited Upper TV May Music Month Marathon. Catch you later.